Hey, what's going on, everyone? Today's the 8th of June, 2023. We're here to talk about ADA today. And I want you all to brace yourselves because this particular price for ADA could be headed for a meltdown. Now, I'm going to talk about that off of the price chart and just the price chart only to show you all how you don't have to be bogged down with trying to grab so much information across multiple spectrums to try to figure out, okay, what is ADA going to do? All you have to do is simply look at what people are trying to do with their own money to see whether or not this is a good investment or not. You guys can see first that I did a price prediction in ADA going all the way back on the 14th of May, and I did update video on June the 3rd. So this is where the price in ADA was on June the 3rd. You guys can tell that I did not change my price prediction. I was still looking for the price in ADA to go up, and soon after we did this update video, price collapsed. That's one way that we can tell that ADA could be preparing itself for a meltdown. When we did our video on June the 3rd, we saw that there was still potential for ADA to go up, right? We saw that. And as you guys can tell, let's keep it real, let's keep it a buck. This market price action in ADA could not break this sell wall, which is right there around 38 cents. It could not break above that sell wall. Now, those are things that we cannot control. We understood that this was a sell wall, meaning this is where sellers were, and as long as they continue to hold firm this 38-cent area, price in ADA will not go higher. So we was up against that and the market didn't. So yes, if you did not take out any profit on the days to which ADA was within our profit area, which would have been around 3.35%, and you were to get out the market now, you would be down 11 3/4. Okay, and it happens. Those are the things that we cannot control. We just had to be prepared and act accordingly. So let me go ahead and get rid of this. So that's the first thing as to why ADA could be prepared for a price meltdown. The second thing is take a look at this. Ever since the beginning of this year, ADA has been on a fantastic trend. It's been trending and following this trend line. Okay, it started this trend until recently we fell through it. That's one. That's the second thing as to why ADA could be preparing itself for a meltdown, i.e. we could be beginning a downtrend. This could be the beginning of a downtrend into the market in ADA. Now, I know many of you will say, well, great, because the cheaper it goes, the more I'm going to buy. Okay. That's your choice. You can do that. But what if it continues to go lower and lower? Because this trend line was great. These were the opportunities to come in and try to buy ADA under the premise that the market was going to continue to shoot higher. But instead, price inevitably fell down. That's the truth. So now we should not be bullish into the market in ADA. The third thing is looking at the indicators off of my chart. You guys can see that we have indicators that is telling us that the market is trying to move. And where is it trying to go? Yeah, it's trying to go down. We got one indicator right there on June the 5th. And then we have another one right there on June the 7th. Pretty much back-to-back indicators of weakness, reflecting that the demand in ADA is no longer here. That's the third thing. So now, here it is, 3 minutes into the video, and we already created some potential notions as to why ADA is no longer being bullish. So we're going to create this downtrend. If the market in ADA wants to go down, what can we do? The only thing that we can do is prepare ourselves for what could be potentially another bigger move to the downside. That's it. And now we know, seeing how price in ADA is banging its head on this descending line, as long as price trades below, we understand that we're still weak. Okay, so now we have that created. Here's ADA on the 2-day chart, and you guys can see it here on this 2-day price bar. We have another indicator of weakness. Now we may just see the market in ADA hit support at 30 cents. Would be cool, because then we can see this price in ADA consolidate or create a descending triangle. Okay, so let me show you what that would look like for ADA to come down here. You guys can see that we created a descending triangle. See that? Now, then our attention would then be focused on the price action around these lines. Which line do you think is stronger? Do you think support at 30 cents is stronger than the descending line to where the sellers are? We'll wait until the market hits those lines. but we currently know the direction. So obviously we would think that the descending line is going to be stronger than the support line. Okay. Now let's go ahead and look at ADA on the 3-day. What do you know? We have an indicator of weakness on the 2-day, and we also have an indicator of weakness on the 3. Okay. Now we already came and hit an initial area of support. That's why the market currently in ADA is bouncing and currently closing off of the lows right now because of what occurred back in the beginning of March. We saw the same thing. The only problem is that in March, we didn't receive an indicator of weakness like we have now. 13 hours left though. So if we still see this indicator in the next 13 hours, we still need to be a little bit more bearish, and that price is not going to hold 32 cents. Okay. Here it is on the 5. What do you know? We got another indicator, but this time it's on a 5-day chart of weakness. So outside of the market in ADA holding 32 cents, the next logical area would have to be down here, maybe towards 30.5 to 30 cents. And that area definitely needs to hold. As I look at this on the 5-day chart, we will really need to see the buyers hold this level. Okay. So that's one of the targets that I'm going to put on this video is for ADA to continue to go lower. Maybe 30.5 first, 30 cents second. And if it doesn't hold 30 cents, then we need to be prepared to look for ADA to come all the way back down to these lows in December of 2022. That would have to be the next logical area for us to look for ADA. Okay. So let me go ahead and put this back on the daily chart. You guys can see these price predictions real quick, because we do suspect that price is generally still weak in ADA. And we're going to go ahead and give you those targets. We're going to look for the market to hit that 30.5 cent first. Okay. So let's go ahead and do that. 30.5. That would give us around 6.5%. You guys can see around 30.5 cents. My second target is going to be 30, which is around 8.4% move to the downside. And we're going to maintain this weakness in ADA as long as ADA's price hits below like 36 cents, a little bit less than 36 cents. Okay. Now let's look at this on a 3 months chart first. I really want to see how weak this market is on the 3 months. Okay. Real quick, I'll let you all go. I'm seeing this on the 2 months. Okay. So yeah, we'll just do those two targets first, 30.5 cents and then 30 cents in ADA. We'll see whether or not the buyers will come in on one of those two targets, price targets we created. If so, great. Then we could probably play the market move to the upside at that moment. But until then, this is what I'm looking forward to. Now it's your turn. What are you looking forward to in ADA? Let me know. Make sure you maintain the profitability, and as always, trade different.